When you compare Ford Ranger and Chevy S10 to the new two-wheel drive Jeep Comanche, you'll find they're priced about the same. Yet Comanche has the most powerful standard engine, the longest wheelbase, biggest wheels and tires, highest ground clearance, and the largest optional payload capacity. In fact, the more you compare Comanche, the more you'll see there is no comparison. It's easy to be a truck, hard to be a Jeep.
You know, when people drop by my apartment, they say, well, this is the apartment. You can guess what they say. They say, don't you have a couch? Don't you have a dining room set? Dining room set. I do, however, have Maxwell House instant coffee. It seems to reassure most folks that I'm a reasonably tasteful guy. And after 1 or 2 cups, they forget they're sitting on lawn furniture. But when they get up, the backs of their thighs look like Belgian waffles.
You broke it. They won't give you a new one.
We'll see about that.
When Fred and Raymond Gillette drove all the way to Sears in Rockland to get their hammer replaced, it had been a while.
Say, would you look at that?
Probably don't even sell hammers anymore.
They found a lot of things had changed.
It's this way.
Excuse me, would you like to try some?
What?
What? Oh, you're gonna smell
nice,
pretty. Fred, what are you doing in there? What about our hammer?
But you could still count on Sears.
It's a Craftsman.
Right, Craftsman hand tools have an unlimited warranty.
There.
Just for our records, can you remember when you bought it?
Why, it was December
1942.
That's fine.
It is?
Isn't she a beauty?
Come celebrate Sears' 100th anniversary. See all the ways we've changed and all the ways we haven't.
What'd you buy? Perfume? It's called aftershave.
Huh? Why, you old softy.
What are you giving the team?
Berries.
Plain berries?
But they love plain berries.
Well, sure they love them, but...
Couldn't they? Yeah. Shouldn't they? Yeah. Wouldn't they love it more with Cool Whip?
Wow, a new bunch from Kool-Aid that kids will really fall for. New Strawberry Falls Punch, a refreshing blend of strawberry and banana flavors. Everybody's falling for it, even me. New Strawberry Falls Punch.
Toyota announces a crate full of savings. Save up to $707 on selected trucks with options like chrome step bumpers and split bench seats. Wrap it up, Joe. Save up to $916 on cargo vans with options like AM/FM cassette, power steering, tilt wheel, and automatic transmission. Toyota's crate full of savings. Wrap one up today.
Who could ask for anything more? Toyota.
Introducing the most unique total photographic system in the world. The new Polaroid Spectra system. A completely automatic camera and a brilliant new film that gives you pictures so stunningly real, so lifelike, they capture reality in a way we've never done before. The new Polaroid Spectra system. We take your pictures seriously.
Really, guys, that one's a brand new engine.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I never saw an engine start like that.
I paddle my arms off.
Come on, it's good exercise.
Hey, you remember the cake those guys had?
Uh-huh, yeah. That was good draft beer.
Yeah, that beer was terrific.
When you're drinking new Miller Genuine Draft, it'll remind you of the best beer you ever had, because it is genuine draft. Cold filtered for real draft smoothness. Miller Genuine Draft. It's beer at its best.
Some new engine.
Can we change the subject, guys?
On Wings of Eagles, we'll continue following these messages.
Wednesday on Highway to Heaven, Jonathan and Mark slide in to help an aging pitcher.
But Louisiana Flash is back.
Can they give him the right stuff? Then Sam's son, inspired by Michael Landon's lonely childhood and his father's faith.
I'm gonna make you proud someday.
A special movie Wednesday.
Good evening, I'm Don Porter in the King 5 newsroom. Down in Portland tonight, the 2 survivors from the Mount Hood accident are steadily improving. Giles Thompson lost both his legs to frostbite, but the amputation yesterday may have saved his life. And today, Brinton Clark inquired about her companions on the climb, the ill-fated climb up Mount Hood. The U.S. Supreme Court today dealt one affirmative action program in Michigan a fatal blow. We'll have more about that, plus tonight's rain. Jeff will have the weather. Tony with sports. King 5 News starts in about 29 minutes.
It's the purest form of both sport and entertainment in the world. Classic thoroughbred racing. It's the crowds. It's the excitement. It's the winning. It's doodah time.
There's a parallel between the fine wines of France and Columbia Crest from Washington State. Try Columbia Crest medium dry wine.
Gene.
Oh, hi.
How you doing today?
Yeah.
NBA championship 3 years ago. My shot wins it all.
Yeah.
Gene. Different game entirely, okay? 35-footer. Forget those first 2 games, okay? Last chance shot. Darn it. Gene, absolute last chance. Seriously. This is a sure thing.
Sure thing, Tony.
Oh, man.
Tony Ventrella Sports, weeknights. On King 5, Donahue, weekdays at 4. On Wings of Eagles continues, starring Burt Lancaster and Richard Crenna.
The one big question when it comes to trucks is who? Who gives you a powerful 2.4-liter engine? Toyota. Who gives you more standard payload than any truck in its class? Toyota. Who gives you 3-across seating? And who does it all for only $62.98? The 1986 Toyota Standard Bed is who? The #1 selling small truck in America. Who else? Nobody.
Who could ask for anything more? Toyota.
Can you solve the case of the missing case? Well, now you know what happened.
Hey! Who's turned out the lights?
There's a case of Miller Lite missing. Who took it?
Well, during May, there'll be clues and entry forms where Lite is sold. And if you crack the case, you'll get a crack at all kinds of prizes, like a mystery vacation worth 10 grand. And hurry, because the culprit's going to be revealed Sunday, June 1st on network television.
It's no mystery that there's only one light beer, Miller Lite.
As a child, I didn't worry about money. Didn't have any. Now, I'm faced with responsibilities. EFHutton is my broker. It's my money. With Hutton, I can count on 83 years of uninterrupted performance. 83 years. And I waited a long time to make sure, didn't I? EFHutton, because it's my money.
At some places, getting tender chicken isn't always easy. And what you may wind up with is one tough bird. At Kentucky Fried Chicken, we start with plump, tender chicken. Then we cook it the Colonel's special way, so it's tender and delicious, bite after bite after bite. So for great tasting chicken you can sink your teeth into, come to the chicken experts. Because when it comes to tender chicken, ours is a real knockout.
Kentucky Fried Chicken, we do chicken right.
Sunday, Perry Mason is back in an all-new movie premiere. But is this the case he can't win?
Your Honor, I object.
A nun is accused of murder, and Perry must risk his life.
Really?
Raymond Burr, Barbara Hale, an all-star cast, an all-new movie. Perry Mason in the case of the notorious nun. Sunday.
I'm Bryant Gumbel. Tomorrow morning on Today from Charleston, South Carolina, we'll search for buried treasure.
Also transplanted Carolinian Mickey Spillane, and we'll show you a plantation.
Join us tomorrow on Today.
Who took the case of Miller Lite? Well, everyone had a motive.
Because Lite tastes great? Yeah. Or because Lite's less filling?
I know who did it, and that's your first clue.
It's no mystery that there's only one light beer, Miller Lite.
Who took the case of Miller Lite? I got another clue for you. I know for certain the culprit drinks Lite because it tastes great.
But I know it wasn't me.
It's no mystery that there's only one light beer, Miller Lite.
This life insurance is for your key executives. It has a...
So Northwestern Mutual's done it again, huh?
Yep.
Their executive comp life will keep our top people happy. Oh? It's a revolutionary policy. Combines the low cost of term with cash value buildup. And I set the premiums.
Introducing Executive Comp Life, an even tougher act to follow from the leader in whole life, the Quiet Company.
John, can you sell that?
No, only in Northwestern Mutual. John?
You're on your way.
Between
The world is opening its door.
graduation rehearsal. Wouldn't believe it.
I'm really gonna miss you. Did you decide which job to take?
Yeah, I'm going with that subsidiary of Dow. I could actually be helping high-risk heart patients.
Yes, you can make a difference in what tomorrow brings.
You're pretty special.
So are you.
Lets you do great things.
Jeep Cherokee has some advantages you ought to look into, like superior cargo room and room for 5 with a choice of 2 or 4 doors and 4-wheel drive you can shift on the fly. But the most important advantage, Cherokee is all Jeep, inside and out.
On Wings of Eagles, sponsored in part by Jeep. There's a feeling you can get only in a Jeep. And by Sears. Come in today and celebrate Sears' new century.
Anchors away aboard the USS Lexington for an all-star salute with Elizabeth Taylor, Don Johnson, Felicia Rashad, Barbara Mandrell, Sammy Davis Jr., Brooke Shields, Mac Davis, Dolores Hope, and the crazed Jonathan Winters in a 2-hour special.
Let's spin.
On Bob Hope's high-flying birthday next Monday.
Tonight on King 5 News, radiation fears translate into ringing cash registers. The market for Geiger counters is hot. The Mount Hood survivors still showing improvement tonight in Portland hospitals. South Africa attacks 3 neighboring countries, drawing critical fire from the U.S. And tonight, we begin a series on top teachers as picked by parents and students. Tony Ventrella has the tops in sports, and Jeff Renner tells us just how wet it is. King 5 News is next.
Last year, the best factory racing teams in the world competed for the World Rally Championship. Peugeot won. This commitment to performance has helped Peugeot produce the 505 Turbo, a car Road and Track has described as leaving many cars of more sporting reputations far behind. So why buy a performance sedan that just promises performance when you could buy one from a company that delivers it? Peugeot.
6 more of those veggie brochettes. How's those lobsters doing? Fire 2 pork chops. Fry medium. New York's on the line. Pick up, please.
Lobster's on the way.
Nothing terribly complicated. Just great American cooking. Stuart Anderson's Restaurants.
New Raisin Nut Bread.
Took the wrinkles out of raisins and the blonde out of brown.
How'd they do that?
We took raisins plump and juicy and rolled them with nuts. They said we couldn't do it, but
Amazing, a nut-covered raisin.
New Raisin Nut Bran. Crunchy bran flakes, plump nut-covered raisins. Taste better than ordinary raisin brands.
cause these aren't ordinary raisins, they're raisin nuts. We took the wrinkles out of raisins and the blonde out of brown.
New Raisin Nut Bran.
And now, Don Porter with Jeff Renner, weather. Tony Ventrella, sports. And arts and entertainment editor, Lucy Mole. Western Washington's most watched late-night newscast, King 5 News.
Good evening. Tonight's heavy rains and slick pavement may be to blame for a fatal road accident in South Seattle just about an hour ago. It happened atop the First Avenue South Bridge. A heavy disposal truck plowed through the bridge rail and fell cab first 50 feet to the pavement below. The driver of the truck is dead. Witnesses say he apparently swerved to avoid another car which was skidding out of control up on the bridge. Reports from the scene indicate other vehicles were involved in the chain reaction pileup, but injuries to others are reported to be minor. Authorities on the scene have not yet identified the driver of the truck or the firm he worked for.